Hey guys, it's Lorraine and I'm here with my very good friend, professional photographer amongst other things, Billy Ward. Sir Billy Ward.
Hello.
And we're just going to sit here and chit chat about him and what he's done in Las Vegas and the industry. And so Billy, tell me about yourself.
What would you like to know?
I would like to know, let's see, well, how did it all come about? Where did you get the inspiration to even think one day you were going to be doing what you're doing now?
The photography part?
All of it. Well, let's start with photography.
Okay. Well, I was a professional chef for...
I was going to touch on that because
Yeah,
he can make some damn... No, girl, he can make some. He's only made me like 2 things, and they weren't. I mean, but they were. I was like, you just whipped that up in 2 seconds, and it was amazing. But yes, chef among other things. Yep.
Yeah, and then I had really burnt out on that, so I decided to make a career change, and I really wanted to do photography when I was younger, but at the time it was to do photography you needed money, right? You needed money to.
Right.
For the cameras and the film and stuff like that, and I just didn't have that kind of cash flow. So I went into cooking and ended up
taking pictures of food, which is also a thing.
Yeah, I did.
People don't realize that, but like there's a lot that goes into taking pictures. I went with you to a couple of the shoots for your
food. That's right, yeah.
And then we got to eat it all afterwards. I was like, hell yeah, we were eating it all up. But there's a lot that goes into that. People think it's simple too, and it's actually not. So photography definitely is a lot more. There's a lot more involved than what people think.
Yeah, there's a lot of the food photography. They have food stylists,
Yeah, that come in, they like perfect every little...
Yeah, they'll do weird like chemicals and stuff, or liquids to make it look fresh, and some dry ice for the smoke, and put oils on the top of it, on the tops of the food to keep it looking fresh, like it's fresh off the grill.
Fresh off the grill.
Yeah, and just different things like that,
Yeah.
Little artsy people that like to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfectionist, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then what led you into doing the photography that you do now, that you're the most known for?
Well, the girls. I'm heavily tattooed, and I liked the tattoo models at the time. I always wanted to see what was behind that, the modeling, the tattoos, the photography, and I was really interested in shooting models for the tattoo magazines, as you know.
Right.
So,
what were some of the, it's like girls, I mean, I guess you don't want to name names or whatnot, but I mean, what were the styles of shoots that were inspiring you enough to want to be into that exact scene? Like,
it was that lifestyle, that rock and roll.
Rock and roll, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Punk rocker, rock and roll, hot chicks.
Yeah.
Live fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was just really attracted to that.
And did you think it was everything that you thought it would be? I mean, is it everything you thought it would be, as far as shooting the models or the models themselves, the industry?
No, it's more work than I thought it was. And there was, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. But there's a lot of, I didn't realize how much work was involved with photography, and it's like maybe 20% shooting and 80% editing and marketing and doing the back end stuff, the website, the booking the shoots, the planning the shoots.
Yeah.
Talking to editors or the client wherever the photos are going to go and stuff like that. So most of it, there's a lot less shooting than I thought there would be.
Right.
But as a whole, I love it. It's very cool.
Do you think it's oversaturated at this point in the game? I mean, I don't know how long. I mean, I've known you for 10 years plus, and you've been shooting them ever since then. So, what do you think of it now versus 10 years ago?
I think it's changed a lot. There's a lot of things about it that have changed. There's a lot more tattoo models.
Oh, yeah.
There used to be a handful.
A handful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're coming out of the woodworks and
I mean, just tattooed from head to toe overnight, seems like. I mean, the necks and knuckles and...
Yeah, so obviously the tattoo industry has boomed as well. So there's that, and magazines have kind of gone away as well.
Gone away, yeah.
That's
and
part
people
of it.
actually pay to be in the magazines now, which shocked me. I didn't ever think that would be...
Yeah, it's kind of flipped, right?
Yeah.
You don't get paid for
you don't
your
get
work.
paid, you get paid, you pay them to be in it.
Yeah.
Odd, but I guess...
I've heard that too.
Guess if you're dying to be famous or get that 5 minutes, that's the way to do it. Money talks.
Yeah. And I think phones have changed it too.
Yeah.
So now now models can get their professional looking pictures with their phones.
Right.
Or their friends can take pictures. When before, phones wouldn't do that, so the only way to get those pictures
was to have a photographer, a person with a camera.
Yeah, with a professional camera. That's right. So that's changed it too.
And
yeah, and the internet and the social media, they can self-publish themselves and get followers instead of having to get into a magazine and then people buy it off the shelf.
Seen or you can promote yourself. I guess it's made it a lot easier for people to be known or just to get work or in so many levels with the internet. It's cheating a little bit, I think, but
yeah, it's just changed. It's changed a lot.
Yeah, definitely. If you could go back in time before the internet, is there any certain real model, I call real models like Christy Turlington, Kate Moss, any real models out there or anybody that you would want to shoot that has really nothing to do with modeling today?
Yeah, I would love to shoot Kate Moss.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah,
what do you think
the supermodels
the
of the 90s.
supermodels, or what do you think of like Bella Hadid? I mean, like she's amazing, right?
Yeah. She's still current.
She is very current, very active, supposedly the most beautiful woman in the world, so they say.
Yeah.
Symmetry, like her face, like the symmetry of her face and everything is what they consider perfect.
Yeah, you see a lot of her.
Pressure of that.
I don't know if you know, but you see a lot of her. She's all over the place.
She is all over the place. Who's the most model? What model do you think is like the most overrated, overdone? I mean, I guess if you don't want to give names, but
no, I don't know. I haven't really thought about who's overrated.
Who you've seen too much of, or you're just like, wow, she's really not that good of a model, but she's got all this attention, or anybody that comes to mind?
No.
That we want to talk. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah.
I'm old, so it's kind of like I can't remember.
Okay. So what inspires you right now, like this day and age, right now as we speak? What is your next like big vision for Billy Ward? What do you want to do?
Oh, my
photography wise.
Photography wise?
Yeah. I know you shoot weddings. You guys just shot a wedding, right? How was that? Because most people dread weddings, don't want to do it.
I have mixed feelings about weddings. It's a lot of fun to chase down those pictures and get those moments, and it's good when you can find those moments and capture them, right? And I guess it depends on how organized the wedding is to begin with, and if there's communication ahead of time,
right? To
know when, like a timeline of when things are going to happen. The last one we shot, there wasn't much of a timeline, so it was kind of hard for us to figure out what was happening.
But you got pictures of.
But we got great pictures.
You got pictures of the bride and the groom together, right?
Yeah.
See, it's funny because see, what's funny is I heard, hired a wedding photographer, and at the party I got about 3 or 4 pictures of just Mitch and I together, and they were terrible, and the rest was of everybody else but us, and I'm like, wow, so. It was our party that we got 4 pictures. So yeah, it was pretty funny and a little bit annoying since we paid her so much money. I'm like, where did all the pictures go to?
Wow.
To his daughter's family, but that's okay. They got great photos.
Oh. So there was a lot of pictures of the overall wedding, but nothing.
Not even really though. It wasn't even. Well, it wasn't a wedding. We made it a wedding party, like an engagement party. But we didn't get any pictures together. I literally think there was three pictures of the whole night of just us together, and then the rest were all of just like, yeah, his grandkids and stuff. So, yeah, I think that I think we got like overshadowed somehow, but that's okay. Those were great photos, but yeah, communication I think is key when it comes to the what you expect and what you want. I suppose some people need that direction.
Yeah.
So you also have done numerous things. I mean, you've done music videos. You've done documentaries. Tell us about the one that I was impressed with the most, that Rhino Shield, and how did that come about? How did you get that opportunity? What did you take from it? What was it like?
Rhino Shield, yeah. South Africa. Well, I went after photography. I spent a couple years shooting tattoo models, right? And models in general, and I realized that I needed to learn more about film and editing, because I'd started filming, but I didn't know how to edit it. And then,
money, yeah.
Yeah, and I went back to school for film school.
Right.
And then I realized how much I liked photojournalism, like hard news, documenting stuff, like what was happening at the time.
Right.
And then I was working for a rock star, actually. Here, he lives here in town, and
I know who he is.
Yeah.
We won't name any names, but I know.
we were making YouTube videos, and he had met someone in South Africa called VetPaw.
Great organization, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Veterans Empowered to Protect African Wildlife.
Yes.
And they are veterans, American veterans.
Good-looking ones too. Okay.
Yeah, that use their skills.
Like you're like, no way. Really? When I was watching them, like, these guys are too pretty. Did they have hair and makeup?
Yeah, they do counter poaching operations for rhinos in South Africa.
God, so amazing.
Yeah,
it's
it was
so sad
amazing
to think that people really do that. But when you were telling me like how they live over there and it's like a thing, it's
yeah.
I mean, like they send their families out to like go do it and risk their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll shoot your ass dead, right? I mean, if they catch you doing it, won't they?
Yeah, they have a license to kill there.
That is incredible. So what? I mean, I saw it. I watched it obviously, and I saw a lot of the this behind the scenes stuff that you did. But like, what was the most exciting part that you got to see or experience while you were there?
Just being there.
I know, right? Just
being in South Africa, out in the bush with those guys and driving around, and there's just animals everywhere.
I mean, that would be freaking. That's like my dream, but like my biggest freak out. I mean, because I want to go to Africa so bad and go on like a wild, but I'm like, it has to be in like plexiglass bus, like up so high, like armed guards, so if any lions try to jump on there, they're getting shot. I'm so afraid to even think about an animal attacking me, but I'm obsessed with them. Like I love.
It was like
wildlife.
A giant zoo. Really.
Oh my! And you slept in like little
little huts.
No way! I could never know.
No, they were fine.
Never.
I forget what they were called, but they were these
never.
like round huts. They were cool.
I bet they were great. Yeah, they were great. Yeah.
Things of it. But they were structures. They were structural.
But lions
yeah, like
can
you were saying,
eat through cars and shit.
Yeah, I got yelled at because we were on one of those safari jeeps.
Yeah.
And we went out on like a patrol and just to go look around and stuff, and I didn't know. I'm not from Africa. I don't know these things.
Right.
And it wasn't like I was really prepped that much because we were flown in and picked up by special forces and taken here. It wasn't like a safari tour.
Right. Right. They're like, do not get out of your car and do not do this.
So as soon as we stop, I jump out with my camera. I jump out of the Jeep and I'm taking pictures of giraffes. Right. I'm like, ooh, giraffes. So I jumped out and then they're like yelling at me.
Right.
Billy, get back in the Jeep.
You're wait, I gotta get this shot though really quick.
They're like, a leopard can snatch you up. Yeah.
In a heartbeat. You watch that one video where that lady, they go on the safari, or not a safari, but they go into one of those parks and they get in an argument in the car and they go to switch seats from the passenger to the driver's side, and in that split second, a leopard comes out, grabs the sister and drags her into the woods or whatever. And that's it. I mean, 2 seconds, dude.
That's it.
I mean, and it's all over YouTube, and I'm like, damn, you see the husband, he's all, ah, and then it's like, the lady's dead, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those things are like, they will.
I didn't know, and I didn't realize that the hippos kill more people there than any other animal.
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Because they're so, you don't think they ever like come out of water really. Just
no, they're hippos, right?
Yeah, I know. And you wouldn't think that they're fast, but they kind of are.
Yeah.
So what else?
We got chased by an elephant. Yeah, an elephant was chasing us. We were on motorcycles and in Jeeps, and you can hear it going.
I mean, the ground must be like.
We were just like, we gotta go.
That must have been so amazing.
Yeah, that was very memorable.
So were you there when they actually caught anybody poaching or trying to poach or?
No, I did not. I wasn't there when that happened, but I did get some footage from them when they did catch a poacher.
How often do you think that? How often does that happen? Like in a week or a month? I mean, do they?
It doesn't happen very often, because I think they know, let their presence be known to where they are, and it keeps them away. So they keep there's different like land. There's different perimeters.
You got to be like probably pretty desperate to try to jump that wall into their territory to poach, right?
Yeah. If you don't want to die, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. So if there was like somebody right now that came to you and said, "Grab your gear, let's go," and document anything that you could right now, what's going on in the world, what would you choose to do and why?
One would probably, I don't know, it's kind of late now, but there's a lot of things going on in like Syria, after the or was it the earthquake? Mm-hmm. That was Syria, Turkey. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to go to Ukraine.
Yeah,
no. And do some of that war photography.
No.
But I've always been interested in war photography and stuff like that. And
maybe the aftermath when it's over.
Yeah.
Would be a little bit better. I think it would be a little safer. But yeah, I mean, you hear about reporters and stuff getting killed all the time. I mean, you risk your life going over to other countries and.
Yeah, it's gotten really bad now because journalists used to not be targets, right? But now they got a target on their back.
Yeah.
They're kind of off limits, right? It's like foul.
Yeah, you're kind of like considered like a spy in a weird way. They're like, they don't want you knowing anything of what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about something that's not maybe so political? What if you could do something that's like, have you ever seen The Cove or the documentary The Cove about the
dolphins?
The dolphin.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really good, right?
Yeah.
That guy set up a hardcore way to go in there with all the military equipment, same thing, and that was crazy. That's really
I would love to do something like that.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's get back to photography.
Okay.
Let's see. What's your favorite kind of equipment that you use? What's like when you go out onto a shoot with something that you cannot make sure that you leave at home?
The camera.
I've had quite a few times that happened to me. Oops, the battery's not charged. Oops, the camera's not here.
Yeah, more so the SD cards.
I left the lens at home and the SD card is full. Yep. Did an entire shoot. Hours. And then, oh my God, there's no SD card in the camera. Mm-hmm. That's very, very, very frustrating.
Camera, SD card, battery. Yeah.
What do you think are some of the key, like if you're going to give a new upcoming photographer some advice, what would be the best advice to give them as far as equipment? Like, what are the main things you think that they need to know just to even have a chance in the industry?
As far as like
tech, like maybe a little bit
shooting models and stuff.
Well, equipment. I mean, like should they know their lighting? They really need to know. They need to know.
Yeah, they need to know their lighting. They need to know the, aperture, shutter, and ISO. Learn how the camera works.
Right, the settings of the camera and stuff.
Yeah, learn that stuff and lighting, and but the camera's more of a tool than anything else. You can take good pictures with any camera really. It's not the camera. I mean, yeah, an expensive camera might technically have better things about it or higher resolution, but it's all in the story. The story sells. It's not the amount of megapixels that are in the camera.
Right.
So as long as you can understand that, then it's.
But understanding that some people just
yeah.
I mean,
better camera's not going to make you
right.
Better equipment's not going to make you a
better
photographer. Yeah.
Right. True. Yeah. That's yeah. So, what has been one of your most favorite photo shoots that you've done ever, or recently, or in the past, whatever, or something you'd like to do in the future that you haven't done? Anything wild, even if it was collaborating with like another huge photographer. Like who influences you?
Oh, you know what? I'd like to go. I would like to go to New York and do some fashion shoots.
Yeah. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
We need to do that next.
Yeah.
We need to go to New York.
Yeah.
Because that is like
just the
buildings,
yeah.
just everything. Everything out there is to me art in a weird way. You can see art in everything.
The architecture, the streets of New York.
The streets are just, it is pretty overwhelming. So New York fashion photography.
Yeah.
High fashion.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. More like the Helmut Newton-ish.
We had this talk.
Yeah.
So, where do you see yourself with all of this? I mean, you are now shooting adult content. How much do you like that? Tell me a story. Tell me something. How'd you get into that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that. It's a lot of fun.
I bet.
Yeah. That's more work than people realize too.
Oh, I bet that is.
Yeah, it's. But how did I get into that? A friend of mine had said that a crew here needed some help one day, and if I wanted to help out, PAing, being a production assistant. So I said sure, and I knew in the back of my head I was like, okay, I know cameras, I know this. I said this is an easy in, and that's what happened. So.
You just took over.
Yeah, a week later I was behind the camera.
He's
I
like,
was filming.
Excuse me. PA no longer.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's how that worked out, and then
that happened,
4 years later.
I mean, it happened.
Still.
Yeah, it happened fast, and then
It did.
Because when I first met Billy, his schedule was like whoosh, way open for the most part. I mean, he was doing being a chef and. But now it's like getting an appointment with Billy is like months in advance if you're lucky and if you know him and if you're his homeboy and if you're how much you're paying him. And I'm like, man, this dude's come up. I'm so happy for all of your success, and I've always believed in you 100%. And yeah, I'm excited to see where you're going to go.
Thank you.
In the future.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, a coffee table book.
Yes, we talked about that. I want to do that. That's another thing I
really
want
wanted you to do that.
That's always running in my head. I always
have to. You have so many great photos that are like, subject worthy, that are worth it.
Yep.
So everybody, it's Billy Ward, and look out for him. Lots more of him in the near future, wherever you can see him at. He's got a Facebook and an Instagram website that will be linked below. If you'd like to book a shoot with him, that's another thing you can do. I recommend it.
Thank you, Lorraine.
You're very welcome. Ace, can you help?
Don't call me. Do a sign off, like a real proper sign off.
Oh, I have to do a
thank you,
sign
Billy
off.
Ward, for being on my show today.
Okay.
You guys
We
make
did-
sure
we
you
did
like,
kinda-
share, and subscribe.
Okay.
But then you said Ace at the
Oh,
end, so I
okay.
can cut it.
Okay, gotcha.
So just give me
All
a
right.
nice clean one. Otherwise, I gotta.
Do I say if you want to book with Billy or get in touch with him, his links will be below, or how would I say that?
Well, his links will be on the screen. It's every time he comes on the screen, we're gonna pretty much have a lower third.
Oh, okay, so I don't have to say
Billy
that.
Ward and whatever social media he wants.
Okay.
But just give me a nice close.
Okay.
Hey guys, thanks for watching today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. I can't
Okay.
forget that. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Action.
Hey everybody, thanks again for watching today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be seeing you soon.